welcome back to the channel. This weekend I'm at the beach, so I'm unable to cover any new Season 11 news, so if the episodes did end up releasing, discussing the theories will likely be sometime this upcoming week, hopefully on Tuesday, but I figured this would be a nice time to end off the first season of Face Off here with our final episode of Ninjago Face Off. This is episode 10, and I had a lot of Face Off requests from all of you, so I really do appreciate it. Thanks so much, guys, but this is one idea that I have been wanting to do for a while, and I figured it would be a nice way to end it off, and we're going to be talking about focus seasons versus team seasons. So let's get right into it. Our main team season for the series, the one that is known the best for focusing on all four characters equally, is Season 1, and that is because it introduces the true potentials for all four of the ninja, and all in all, they generally do get equal focus. I mean, sure, some of the ninja like Kai and Zane have a bit more time in the spotlight than maybe Jay and Cole, but even Nia and Lloyd get some spotlight too, and so this is a season that very well balances our character roles. Then you also have Season 5. Some consider this a Nia season. I absolutely do not. I mean, Nia's powers is more of a subplot than a main plot, and if anything, it would be a Lloyd season, but I really see it as a team season. This also does give a lot of equal development to the 6 ninja now. We see Lloyd, who is dealing with the loss of his father, of course, Nia getting her powers, Kai also and his relationship with Lloyd is highlighted, Cole turns into a ghost, and then Zane and Jay both have smaller roles. So what's good about team seasons? Basically, no character feels like they are hogging the spotlight, and no character feels really boring. And of course, generally in these team seasons, there will be maybe 2 characters that don't get as much focus as the others, but I feel like the best thing about these team seasons is that it's just really evenly balanced, and so there is variety in the plot. We do get to see the experiences of all of the characters rather than just seeing the season from the viewpoint of simply one character. But sometimes you have instances in which so-called team seasons really aren't team seasons, and these cases would be Season 9 and Season 10. Season 9 is technically not considered a focus season, but the Higman said that it is technically considered a team season, but could also pass as a Lloyd season, and let's face it, Season 9 is absolutely a Lloyd season. This is not a team season. This is a season that is kind of saying that it didn't officially have a focus, but at the same time, it kind of did. And then you also have Season 10, which is technically considered a team season too, but this is also basically a Lloyd season in which Lloyd steals the spotlight again. So sometimes you have these instances in which a team season occasionally will not really be a team season and sometimes gets brought into the focus season. And speaking of focus seasons, the most notorious example of a focus season is Season 6 because it focuses on Jay to the point where it actually eliminates the other ninja from the equation. And this really upset a lot of viewers. This is a totally valid complaint, and I can completely understand where people are coming from this. It's just not really good with these focus seasons when you go so much to the point where you actually cut down on the other ninja just to focus on just that one character, and that would probably be the biggest issue with focus seasons in general. It's because they often have the tendency to focus so much on one character that the others are out of the equation, and this is especially the case in Skybound. I mean, it literally removes the other ninja by having them in the sword. However, there is a trade-off. I think that Jay got the best development of the series in this season, and that is because the season fully allows itself to focus on Jay. So I definitely think it was beneficial to his character, and it's okay to do this every once in a long while. Then you also have Season 8, which is a Lloyd season. It is not labeled falsely as a team season, and this does focus on Lloyd, but I feel like this is a much better focus season because it also has big roles for some of the other characters. Season 8 is an effective focus season because it's able to focus and give a lot of development for Lloyd, but at the same time it also gives really good stories for both Zane and Cole too, and compelling stories at that. They're not just written up on the fly, they're really deep stories and they're done very, very well. So I feel like in that sense, Season 8 did succeed in being a focus season. Then you also have Season 7, and I personally have mixed feelings on this one because the focus of the season wasn't done terribly. I mean, you had Kai and Nia, but you also had roles for other characters too. Jay had his own episode and Lloyd had a role throughout the season, but the problem was the focus affected the plot, and so you always had Kai and Nia going on missions while the other 4 were constantly clumped together, and this just got really, really boring. Then you have some focus seasons that really turned into team seasons, and unlike vice versa, I feel like this is actually a good thing. And I don't like Season 3, but I feel like the season handled the focus perfectly. It's supposed to focus on Zane, but it also gives roles to Kai, Cole, Jay, and Nia. I mean, bad roles for them, but they're still roles, right? And that's better than just completely taking them out of the season, right? Then you also have Season 4, which I pretty much consider to be a team season by this point. It's supposed to focus on Kai, but we also have Lloyd and Zane who have big roles throughout the season, and I feel like Season 4 does really well in terms of focus. Then you have Season 11, which is definitely a focus season that is confirmed and speculated to be about Zane, although that is not confirmed. But I feel like it has done a good job in balancing the roles for the most part and making sure that all of the ninja do have a turn in the spotlight for their own arc. And again, like Season 3, I don't feel like these arcs necessarily are good, but hey, I mean, it's still time in the spotlight, and that's better than, again, just taking the ninja out of the season. And this is the way to do a focused season. Have an overarching story, but at the same time, you don't want that to completely dominate the plot like it did in Season 6. And although I do like Season 6, I don't feel like the focus was done right. And for these reasons that I've explained, I feel like it's easier to kind of not do a focused season correctly. And so we've had seasons like Season 6 and Season 7, which just did not really do well. Regardless of the actual season itself, they just really didn't do well in terms of focus. And so it's easier to go wrong with a focused season. So I do feel like in the end, I think team seasons are the better of the two. It's just that the results for these are consistently better. With focus seasons, you have the potential to do really well with them or do pretty badly with them. But with team seasons, I just feel like it's generally going to be good. I mean, sure, for team seasons, you have stuff like Season 9 and Season 10, but are these really team seasons? No, these are basically Lloyd seasons, and I don't really count them in the team season category. The big three for the team seasons, in my opinion, are Season 1, Season 4, and Season 5, and I especially feel that Season 4 does an excellent job in terms of focus. Every character has some sort of role, and even those who aren't in the season that much, like Wu, they have some sort of role too, and I feel like it just does excellently in terms of that. So in the end, I do feel like the team seasons are better. So that's going to be all for this video, and before it ends, I do want to do a quick announcement regarding the Face-Off series and what's going to happen next with it. We started the Face-Off series in March, and now it's September. We've done 10 episodes of these, and basically the series was created as the follow-up to the retrospect reviews. And I essentially compare two things that are somewhat similar and decide which of the two is better. And I just want to thank you guys for your support and all of the requests and stuff that you sent for Face-Off over the months. But this is not the end of Ninjago Face-Off. I said earlier in the video something like, this is the end of the first season of Face-Off, and by that I do mean that I intend to do more seasons of Face-Off in the future. However, I want to completely change the format of these. Instead of one person comparing two different things, I'd instead like for Face-Off Season 2 to have guests over on the channel. And basically now we'd have two people talking about one thing. Basically myself and my guest would present opposing arguments on the same topic. Then you, the viewer, would vote on whose argument was better, and the winner would be revealed in the next video. This is something that I'd like to do, and just to get more involved with the community, have some other people on the channel, since I really haven't done collaborations in a long time. So I'm looking to do all of this once all the Season 11 stuff dies down, once it's stopped airing, maybe in the next few months. Then we can start reaching out to other Ninjago YouTubers, and maybe some of you guys don't have a YouTube channel, but you are still interested in being on the Face-Off series. Basically, we'll talk about that once the time comes, once Season 11 has ended and stuff, and I'm really looking forward to what the future for Face-Off will hold. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share with anyone and everyone you know. Let me know whether you prefer focus seasons or team seasons, and I will see you next time.